It's your old pal, Mikey. Listen, I'm not sure if anybody is going to watch this other than you. Because unlike most of the videos that I've made in the past and also other videos on YouTube, this one isn't filled with lots of shiny and funky sound effects and stuff, except for this one. I had to put that in. But for this video, I thought that I would try something new and just be myself. Frankly, this scares the crap out of me, but here it goes. My brother-in-law, who I loved very, very much, decided to take his own life. He was by far the kindest and most righteous man that I've known. Every year for Christmas, when we would ask him what he wanted as a present, he would say, just take whatever money that you would give to me and give it to charity. He was a great uncle. He was a wonderful brother. He was a great brother-in-law. I loved him dearly, and I still do. But there was a darkness to him, and he felt that he wasn't good enough, which is completely baffling to me because we all loved him dearly, and we all looked up to him, and we thought the world of him, but he didn't feel that way about himself. And now he's gone, and this has got me thinking. This was just a big reminder for me about how life is fleeting. And you can do everything in the world to be a good person to others. But if you don't believe it about yourself, it's not going to stick. When I was younger, I was always confused on why famous people were ever depressed. That just didn't make any sense to me. How could you possibly be depressed if everybody is constantly telling you how great you are? So being somebody who is sad a lot, I decided at a very young age that I was going to do everything in my power to become a famous person. That motivation got me to be in plays in high school, to go to a performing arts academy, to major in theater, to get on the radio, and then to make funny videos for everybody to enjoy, all so that I could get to that point. And I have to say that once I did become famous, and I use that term very loosely because it's a very small niche of people who like jokes about Mormon moms. But once I started to get noticed and recognized, I was on top of the world. But the weird thing is, somebody comes up to you at the grocery store and says, hey, you're really, really funny. You feel great in that moment. But within less than a minute, you're back to square one again. You're right back to where you were. Listen, I've struggled with depression my entire life. I have had lots of therapists, and I've talked about my inner child to them, and I've been heavily medicated. Now, why am I telling you all of this stuff? Frankly, I don't know. But something tells me that I'm not the only one who struggles with this. Usually when I'm walking the dog around the neighborhood, I usually spend that time trying to think up of my next video and how to make it as funny as possible to put it up on the internet. But then something clicked in my head recently, and I thought, hey, why am I stressing about it so much? And if you asked me that, I would say, well, I like to make people laugh. It's fun, which is true. I do like to make people laugh. But if I really, really thought about it, I desperately need to put up more content so that strangers on the internet will give me praise and therefore give me self-worth. Here's the thing. My brother-in-law was a genuinely honest-to-goodness great person who didn't want praise from other people. That wasn't his problem. The praise thing is my problem. But what we had in common was, one, we're sad a lot, and two, apparently both of us, and probably you as well, have a problem trying to like ourselves for who we are. Now, how do we do that? I don't know. I don't have a magic solution that will suddenly just make us like ourselves, whether or not there's an audience in front of us. I'm working on it, and I'll get back to you. More importantly, if you struggle with suicidal thoughts or suicidal ideology, please know that there are free resources for you. And if you know of anyone in your family that is maybe withdrawing or is showing some warning signs, there are some links below. You can check those out and see what you can do. So anyway, let's try to like each other a little bit more and tip the barista even when they're not looking.